If you have made it this far, I want to congratulate you on investing yourself on so much. Hopefully, the things that I've talked about have been helpful and entertaining. And we are almost on the last chapter where we'll talk about some TL patterns and tricky situations that TLs may face. And this is going to be like a bag of tricks, pretty much, with no coherent theme as such. But these are crucial things that I've observed in my time as being a TL. First of those is scaling yourself as a TL. And by that, I mean you need to be able to multiply yourself effectively. Not only that, but you also don't want to be present in every room for the team to be able to make right decisions. You want to do better things. You want to do bigger things with your time. But if you're stuck doing the same things, which is, iterating the same principles, doing the similar type of jobs as a TL, you wouldn't be able to scale yourself. So this is where creating frameworks of thought for your team might come in handy. So for example, defining principles of a certain tech stack that the team should follow to make future decisions. You can publish a document that like that, and the team can just follow it down the line. The other framework is norms. How we operate as a team. How do we talk to each other? How do we communicate? What are the responsibilities of TLs? How many meetings do we have? Once you define this norm or the culture, it can also be documented and the team can just follow it and you don't need to be present in every room. So scaling yourself, that's one way of doing it. The other way is you build strong leaders. You build other TLs that can replace you. It sounds counterintuitive. Why would I want other TLs to replace me? But that's the ideal situation. Somebody else can do my job, so I have time to learn new things. I have time to, be senior staff engineer or, like staff engineer and so on. So that's always be investing in other individuals and your own growth. The other one is letting them fail. And this is a crucial part of growth for others, for the people that you lead. If you always show them the path, if you always tell them the answer, they are never going to figure it out themselves, right? So this one time, we were hitting a milestone. We were trying to hit a milestone in a project, and we had written a lot of code, and we were trying to put it all together, like maybe 7 or 8 systems. We were trying to put them together for the first time. Obviously, there were a lot of bugs, integration issues, and so on. And during this process, personally, I love to debug stuff. And it's very exciting. It's almost like thrilling. So whenever the team ran into these issues, I was taking a look at it as well. And I would figure out the problem. I saw that I figured out the problem once. So people fixed it. Did it another time as well. But then there was another problem. And this time, I did not actually tell them the answer, because I wanted them to figure it out. This time the solution lied in some specific knowledge of how the framework worked. And if I had just told them the answer, they would have never learned it. I mean, at least not in the short term. So I took that as an opportunity to build some more experts on this framework on the team, because there's no better way of learning something than by doing it yourself, right? So what I'm trying to say is that let the team fail if the stakes are low, so that they don't fail when the stakes are high. And that takes some trust, some practice, some patience, but it's worth it.